She hailed a cab and got into it alone, leaving him to find his own way home. Frazer stood on the sidewalk and rubbed his face. No, that's not true, he thought. I wasn't just hiding in the kitchen. I was pouring extra salt into the dumplings. They're not going to enjoy their meal very much. Frazer heard a muffled curse from inside the house, and someone yelled, "Frazer, what did you do?" He hurried away. For the next several days, Natalia ignored her husband. She refused to speak to him even when they were eating at the same table. Sheila tried to joke around and return the atmosphere to normal, only to meet Natalia's glare. Finally, after Natalia had left for work one morning, Sheila confronted him. "Frazer, what did you do?" she asked. "You don't have many skills, but you sure know how to piss her off." "What should I do?" Frazer asked. She's been mad at me before, he thought, but her anger usually burns itself out like a wildfire. Her family really upset her, and I don't know how to fix this. "I have to go to work too," Sheila replied frostily. "I don't have time to solve your marital problems, but I'm sick of living like this. If you don't make up with Natalia tonight, I want you out of my house tomorrow. Do you hear me?" She left. Frazer thought for a moment and decided to call Lynn. Maybe Natalia's sister understands her better than I do, he thought. Lynn was studying, but she answered her brother-in-law's call. "Frazer, what's up?" "Your sister is really angry with me," he said. "I don't think she's ever been this upset, and I don't know how to make it up to her." Let me think. Well, she likes necklaces. Maybe you should visit a jewelry store and get her a new one." "Necklaces?" Frazer asked doubtfully. "I've never seen her wear one. She doesn't wear much jewelry, period. Are you sure?" "You idiot," Lynn giggled. "She's not home right now, is she? She has a little red box that she keeps hidden. Go look inside it." Frazer remembered seeing the box, but Natalia had explicitly told him not to touch her personal belongings, especially that box. I wonder what she keeps in there, he thought curiously. Still holding the phone, he slipped into Natalia's room and locked the door just to be safe. He opened the dresser drawer and found the red box without any effort. He clicked the latch and opened it. Inside the box were several exquisite necklaces, each containing various gemstones that sparkled in the sunlight. Lynn heard the latch click. "You see?" she asked. "She's not an earring or a bracelet person, but she loves necklaces. For some reason, she stopped wearing them after you two got married." Frazer ran his finger over the jewels as complicated emotions filled his heart. It's because of me that she quit wearing them, he thought. These necklaces are worth thousands of dollars, but I was poor when she married me. She didn't want to flaunt her jewels and hurt my feelings. "Thank you, Lynn," he said somberly. "I know what I need to do." He was about to hang up, but Lynn stopped him. "Hey," she said. "Bring me along. I know what she likes. I'll help you pick one out." He hesitated. If Lynn came along, his options would be limited. He'd be able to approach the jewelers more effectively if he didn't have to hide his ability to pay from his sister-in-law. "Come on," she continued. "I helped her pick out most of the jewelry she has. You don't want to mess up and get the wrong thing and make her even more upset, do you?" She has a point, he thought. "Fine," he said. "I'll come pick you up." He called a cab, and not long afterwards they were walking down the street of San Clemente's jewelry district. Lynn entered one particular store confidently, walked over to the counter, and started perusing the choices. Frazer followed her. When he glanced around, he noticed that most pieces were cheap costume jewelry. Lynn would never pick out something this cheap to make Natalia happy, would she? He thought. This one, Lynn said, pointing to a necklace with a silver and jade pendant. You have a good eye, miss, the salesperson said as he came up to them. That's from our newest collection, and it's a limited edition. Here, take a look. He opened the case and handed the necklace to them. I'll even give you a deal on it. $700 and it's yours. $700? Frazer asked. For just this one stone? He scrutinized the necklace. It looks nice, he thought, but it's clearly not worth the money. This isn't really jade, and the chain looks like it's silver-plated instead of sterling. Sir, the salesperson said, clearly you don't have the eye that this young lady does. This piece is from one of our exclusive Italian designers. $700 is a bargain. Lynn giggled. Don't worry, she whispered to Frazer. I'll buy this necklace for you. Give it to my sister. She'll love it. Frazer looked at Lynn, surprised. She's still in school, he thought. How could she have that kind of money? She must have been saving her birthday and Christmas cash for a long time to have that much on hand. And she knows I don't have much, so she decided to help me out. No wonder she wanted to come along. Frazer was touched by his sister-in-law's gesture, but he wasn't going to let her spend her money. I'm not sure about this one, he said as he handed the necklace back to the salesperson. I want to keep looking around. Let's head upstairs. But Frazer, Lynn whispered. But he shook his head, and she didn't finish her argument. The salesperson sensed his commission slipping away. Do what you want, he said arrogantly. But no one else is going to give you a deal like this. Good luck finding anything better for your special someone. He didn't speak loudly, but his voice carried. Other store patrons turned to look at them. Hey, shut your mouth, Lynn said. Frazer just shook his head again and pulled her away. Did you see that? The salesperson said to no one in particular after Frazer and Lynn had left the room. Even a $700 necklace was too expensive for him. Was I wrong to tell him off? Lynn had tried to tell Frazer that the more expensive jewelry was kept on the store's upper floor. It's so that when people come down the stairs with their big jewelry boxes, other people can look at them enviously, she thought. It's kind of like showing off your gown on the red carpet. Frazer and Lynn entered the room on the top floor. Are you crazy? She hissed at him under her breath. Even the cheapest stuff here is way more than we can afford. It's fine, he said. I just want to look around. Lynn didn't say anything else. She had never even dared go up there before then. She gaped at the expensive pieces made with 24-karat gold and pure gemstones. Even though she was gawking like a tourist, the shop's patrons ignored her. It was fine for a pretty student like her to dream about someday owning something of that quality, but it was obvious she wasn't going to buy anything that day. A commotion at the back of the store caught their attention. Frazer and Lynn turned to see a man wearing a tuxedo and holding a microphone. He was standing in front of 3 square curtains. Can I have everyone's attention, please? He called. We're having a special mystery gift event today. Behind these curtains are rings, necklaces, and bracelets. Each piece is one of a kind and worth at least $1 million.
To watch the full episode, install the Pocket FM app